Hey guys, what's up? It's the Scotch Korean, and welcome back to another episode. I think this is episode 10 of Sky Factory 2.5. If you missed last episode, we got ourselves our first jetpack, and now we can fly everywhere in the world. Look at us go. Okay, I'm about to die if I don't stop. Okay, so we need to go back before I die. Alright, let's sit down. Okay, so I'm back with the intro. So we did that last episode. And now this episode, well, before we get started with anything else, I just want to tell you guys I am sorry for the lack of videos that I've put out in the last week or so. I've been pretty busy, so it's been hard to record, but I'm going to work on that, and we're going to start putting out some more videos. But other than that, let's get started with today's episode because it's a big project that we need to do, and it's going to help us out a whole lot. It's going to take care of our food situation. Because I'm tired of eating this toast. It's nasty, it's a little burnt, and we don't even have any butter or cheese or nothing to put on this toast. So I'm just tired of eating it. And also, the second thing is power is, we have some over here. We're producing a fair amount of power, but we need more. We need more. Because in the next few episodes, I want to start working on our applied energistic system. So with that being said, we're going to need a lot more power. But today, we are going to create a beef Wellington production plant. It's going to be over here. It's going to be a little ellipse out here. And it's going to have everything we need to produce massive amounts of beef Wellington. Because that tastes good. And it actually, when you put it into a culinary generator, it produces a fair amount of power. I don't remember the exact number for each single piece of beef Wellington. But I do remember that is a lot for just some food. It's only 4 things to it. They're not that hard to do. So before we get started with the rest of the episode, I need to go build the platform out so we can start working, on setting up all this stuff. We're gonna need tesseracts for this project. It might turn into a 2-part series or 2-part episode, but we will get it done. So. Actually, before I go and build that, I just want to tell you that I made a magma crucible and a fluid transposer off camera because since we need tesseracts, we're going to need to melt down some ender pearls, and this is the way you do it. With all that being said, I'm going to go make this ellipse, create the platform, and I'll be back as soon as I'm done. Alright guys, I'm back, and I've done a lot of the laying out of the circle. The only thing that's holding us back from progressing is that we do not have enough dirt. But this is actually, it's a pretty decent sized circle. I think it's going to be able to fit all of our needs that we have. And also with this, I also want to try and make it look, pretty good. I want to, add some decorations, grow some grass, make it look natural out in this little circle, kind of like I don't know how else to explain it, but I want to make it look cool. But first, we need to find a way to get more dirt. So we have some more dirt essence. I believe I have 2 more just chilling around somewhere over here. But another thing that we might be able to do is set up a dirt maker over here with our trees and just have it, earth essence. There we go. We could just do this thing. Let me get 48 more. But that's not going to finish the circle. So maybe we could try and set up a thing where it shears the leaves and puts them into barrels. That might work. So let's go. Oh, shit. So let's actually go grab some barrels really fast, and we can set this little guy up. We're going to need a way. I wonder if I even have any barrels left. We might need that to put the dirt in. We're going to need some item ducts for sure. I know I have a servo laying around somewhere. I don't see anything else in there. Any barrels in here? Nope. Okay, we have 8 there. Oh, by the way, I made a tape measure to help me build this little guy out there. And man, the thing works pretty well. I like this thing. It's easy. You don't have to go around and counting all the blocks and stuff. What else do I need? I need a servo. I have one. I might just have missed it. It's somewhere. Maybe? Oh, there they are. I did miss it. So that's a filter. Here's a servo. That would do. Alright, so let's go over here. And let's try and set up some barrels to get dirt production going. I hate how loud this thing is, by the way, so if it is loud, I am sorry for that. Alright, so we could do this, and we're going to start shearing the leaves. But we need to be able to put the stuff in here, so it's going to just go up, over, and we're just going to connect all of them. Alright, so we're just going to do that. We are going to shear the leaves from now on. Yes. And these should start filling up when it cuts down these trees. Oh, it already sheared the leaves. So it should just start filling these up randomly. Like fill these up, fill these up, fill these up. And all we have to do now is just get the dirt out when it's ready. And I'll do that off camera because I need to make some more item ducts. So that is how we're going to get the rest of the dirt to finish our platform out there. And I'll be back when it's finished. And we are back. So as you can see, we have finished our new island. And I think it looks pretty decent. We haven't done any of the decorations or anything. But in between cuts, I've been doing a lot of stuff around here. So I finished this. Got some fence up. Hold on, let me turn these off. Got some fence up. This is where our cow breeding and killing is going to go. Or going to happen. So it's going to have the babies over here, you know, getting bred. Or not the babies, the adults over here getting bred. Then we're going to move them over with this chronotyper. And you can like select which one you want to move over. We're going to move the babies over, and then they're going to grow up, and then they're going to get slaughtered by our grinder. I made 2 tesseracts, and that might be enough. It might not be enough. Who knows? Right now, I'm just going to try to get it working, you know, as best as possible, because I could always go fix it later. So I just kind of want to get it up and running. I also made us a farming station, and that's going to go right here. That's going to go, or that's going to grow our wheat, our spinach, and our mushrooms, hopefully. I have some normal mushrooms. Get it, horsey, get it. I have some normal mushrooms, and I don't exactly know if the farming station will grow those, but I do know that they will grow these things called mushroom spores, and that's what Pam's Harvest Craft adds, which is these little mushrooms right here, and the farming station will grow those. So I might have to look into trying to get me some of those if growing the normal mushrooms does not work. But with that being said, actually I should charge my jetpack before I begin this, so I can fly around and not have a chance of dying, because that's always good, because I've been dying way too much in this mod pack. You know, I've just been very careless, but it's okay. I'm still having fun. And also, since making this big green island, we've gotten a lot of animals around the base, and I don't know what to do with them, because this isn't my plan over here is to have animals, but I might be able to figure something out where we could put them. And also, since we're getting rid of the wheat and spinach from this, I don't know what's gonna go here. You know, we might set up another farm, like magical crops area, and just have these 2 islands be our magical crops, but we'll figure that out. And also, I know this does look, I mentioned it before, but I know this looks pretty bland and dull, but I think, or not I think, but I'm gonna fix it up. Actually, you know what, let me do this. If you want to see the decoration of this on camera, let me know down in the comments, and I can do that next episode. If you don't really care about doing all the decorating, then I'll just do it off camera. But just let me know, and we can make it happen. Also, we need to figure out to do something with this horse, because you know it's our first horse, and it's the only one we've got. We gotta do something special with it. All right, so let's get started. So we're gonna throw down our chronotyper, not the breeder. We're gonna throw down the chronotyper right in this little thing. Oh, and also these are the carpenter's fence with spruce wood planks in them. I think it actually looks pretty nice with our setup. Alright, so that is facing the right way, I believe. And then we're going to have our grinder over here. And it doesn't really matter where we put it, because eventually the cows will get in the range. So we'll just set it right there. And that is not in the right direction. You know, it might... Oh, actually, you know what I have? I have the... Oh, I just set down the wrong thing. I have the crescent hammer. Is it the grinder? And I'm pretty sure this works on this. Yeah, it does. You know what might be good to make soon is a golden pouch of holding. Those things are some of the greatest things in the world. Oh, there we go. And that should be facing this way. let's go sleep real fast so we don't lose our solar panel's power down there. It's like I just fell into the bed from the sky. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, and to also help with this project, I made these fluctuating item ducts, and they transfer items and they also transfer redstone flux. And it's right now it's cheaper in my opinion to do this instead of doing the Ender IO. But and I don't know, I've also never used Ender IO, so you know it's a bit confusing at times. So I'm just gonna stick with what I know best right now, and what I know best is the thermodynamic stuff. Okay, so that is that. Now we need a way to power these guys. And you know what, for right now, I am just going to go up here and steal this tesseract. Well, not this tesseract, this, what do you call it? Oh, watch out, tree. This hardened energy cell, that's what I'm going to steal. And we're just going to use this for now to power our little situation we got. It's just going to be easier. I can fix it off camera, but eventually we're going to be using this as our main base power, hopefully. And we can just throw this. We just need to get some building blocks. Being able to fly in this is so much easier. Like it's just so nice to be able to fly. Because I could just do this and go over here, and I don't have to worry about, you know, falling or dying. Like, it's just awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and we're probably gonna set up our our energy cells somewhere in the middle, in between these two, so we can you know, have some good stuff going on. So let's just set this down, and we are going to not fly over there, but is that the back to it? Yeah, that's the back to it. So we're gonna do here. You know, we can raise this up one higher to get this going, and we're gonna go here. All right. And we could do the same for this one. Okay, so this should be... Actually, you know what? This should be a tesseract. I might need to make another tesseract, but I'll do that off camera. Because these are going to be pumping items into... Whoops. This tesseract, which is going to be getting power from somewhere, and also be where we're sending our items. So it's going to do kind of two things at once. And also, let's turn our hover mode on to make this a little bit easier. We can just come down, and where is it going to be? It's going to be, is it here? No, it's over two more, right? Is that two? Just break this block and see what happens. Yeah, here we go. And in case you're wondering how to make these flux ducts, or the, what are they called? The fluctuating item duct. You just take an item duct and put some destabilized redstone in it, and that actually is all you do. So it's not that expensive. It's almost like making the redstone, whatever the redstone flux ducts are. So this should be the basic gist of how to set this thing up. Because eventually when we get power coming through there, it'll power this, and this doesn't need to send items back, so we didn't really have to use that, but for now it'll work. This will be getting items, so we'll put wheat in here to breed the... Wait, why are we getting power? Why am I getting energy? What am I getting energy from? You know what? I don't know. That's pretty odd that this has power right now. Anyway, so this is going to be getting wheat, and then this is going to be getting nothing, just power, but it's going to be exporting the items that we get, so the beef. And down below in this little basement that we're going to make, I'll probably do it off camera, we're going to be taking all of the items that we get, and we're going to be turning them into beef Wellington. So for right now, I'm just going to show you where this is going to be the farming station right there, and we're going to have a tesseract on top of this, getting power and also sending the items to our little basement area. But guys, that is the basic setup for this. I'll finish this, or we can finish this next episode after I have everything planned out and actually have the basement to put this stuff in. Right now we just ran out of time for this episode, But thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy or you like this new build, leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, then please do subscribe. I'll catch you guys here for the next episode. Peace.